Passage 1. So this passage was about Machiavelli and his ideologies. It talked about his political ideology, which was put in his book, The Prince. And his main point there was that a leader should focus more on his talents and abilities to achieve his goals rather than his morals. Right? So this is something that is written here as well, that a leader, he talked about something called virtue. Right, this spelling VIRTU. He talked about something called virtue, the talent and ability of a prince to achieve his goals, and gave it more importance than his morals. Right. So let's have a look at the questions. Question 1. Which one of the following statements, if true, would be an accurate inference from the passage? All right. A. Machiavelli was a supporter of the humanist movement's ideals of morals and worldly virtues. Okay, we will see if Machiavelli was a supporter, though I doubt this because the passage says that Machiavelli said that for a leader, his ability and talent were more important than his morals. Right? So while humanist movement, as has been stated in the passage, see this, when we talk about the humanist movement, we do say that in the humanist movement, what happened was that moral and worldly virtues stood tall next to the religious and given next to the religious virtues. Okay, so that was such a time when yes, moral and worldly virtues were valued, but Machiavelli was probably not a supporter, right? So this cannot be inferred from the passage. B. The book The Prince inspired the populist leaders for generations. This is not something that has been given in the RC passage. In fact, the last paragraph tells us that now it has captured the populist fancy. Okay, so if I go to the last paragraph, it wasn't until the populist focus lent itself to the book that I was able to find outstanding similarities between the ideals within the prince and the modern era of today's politics. That means it didn't always have the populist focus. Moreover, nothing is written about whether it inspired generations of leaders or not. So 2 is eliminated. 3. According to Machiavelli, for a leader, ability was more important than morals. So this is in a way the essence of his ideology, and this is something that is given to us here, that he left little room for discussion of what was morally correct. He even took the time to explicitly denounce the traditionally virtuous qualities that princes were thought to need in the public eye. What he advocated for, in its stead, was a carefully crafted plan of action directed by virtue, the talent and ability of a prince to achieve his goals. So, yes, he valued talent and ability to achieve goals more than morals. This can be very easily inferred, so C is our answer here. D says Machiavelli founded the field of political science. This is false because the passage says that he is considered to be the founders of modern political science. He is considered to be the founders of modern political science, which we can see here, widely considered the founder of modern political science, right? So therefore, even D can be rejected. Political science and modern political science are different. So, C is the answer here. Easy question.